CP Algebra 1. This is GLF Chapter 3, Worksheet number 3. So what's the domain? Well, let's look at the furthest left. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the point 5, -5, comma 2. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be 4, comma up 3. All right, so the domain is going to go from hard bracket -5 to 4 hard bracket. And the reason those are hard brackets is those are solid dots. What is the maximum value? The maximum value is going to be the highest y value. In this case, it's going to be the 3. So the maximum value is 3. On what interval is it increasing? It's increasing 2 different spots. It's increasing here and here. So this point here is the point 1, comma 0, and this point here is 0, comma -4. We have enough to label it. So we're going to use the x values to talk about where it's increasing. So it's increasing from 0 to 1, and then it's increasing again from 1 to 4. So you use the 1 twice because that's a point that's being used twice. Soft brackets on each of those. Technically, you probably could make one, some of the brackets hard brackets. That'll be something that you talk about in future math courses. What interval is it constant? Constant means it'd be a horizontal line, so it's constant here. So that's point 1, 2, 3. So that's -3, comma 2. And then we use the x values to describe where it's constant. So it's constant from -5, and I'm going to have that as a square bracket, to -3. This could be a soft bracket, could be a hard bracket. Again, it takes place in later math classes. Which interval is the function negative? Negative would mean the slope of the line is negative. Which interval is the function negative? Oh, the function negative. So this is going to be below the x-axis. So it's from here to here, is in this region here. That's where it's negative. So it looks like that's -2 and that's 1. So it's negative from -2 to -1. That is not a point. That is the interval notation. You might want to have clarification from your teacher. I know we have the video, but ask for clarification. The independent would be time. That's the x-axis. The dependent would be the depth. That's the y-axis. What is the range? The range goes from 0, in the range, remember, is in the y direction. So it goes from 0, and it's going to be a soft bracket because that's an open dot, up to 24. And the 24 will be a hard bracket because it is a solid dot. Number 15, what is the minimum value? The minimum value is 0. And what is 0 in the y direction? What does this mean? That basically 12 hours, you have 0 depth. This could be water or whatever. Number 17, which interval is it decreasing? So it's decreasing here, here, and here. So from 0 to 6, it's decreasing. It's also decreasing from 8 to about 11.5. And you're using the x values. And then it's decreasing again from 11.5 to 12. Those are where it's decreasing. It's going down. It means the slope would be negative. All right, for number 19, f, we're using this function, so we're going to plug -1 in for x. So -3 times -1 is +3 plus 4, so we get 7. For number 21, we're going to use the f function again. So we're going to plug 1 in for x. -3 times 1 is -3 plus 4 is 1. For number 23, we're using the g function. So 2/3 of -6, that's going to be -12 over 3, which is -4. -4 minus 4 is going to give me -8. Number 25, I'm going to use the g function again. Plug 0 in for x. 2/3 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 4 is -4. Number 27, g at 6, we're going to use the g function again. We're going to plug 6 in. So let's see. 2/3 of 6 is going to be 4 minus 4, so I get 0. Number 29, we're going to use the h function. We're going to plug -1 in. -1 quantity squared is +1, but I have this negative here. So it'll be -1 minus 2, which is -3. Number 31, I'm going to plug +1 in. 1 squared is 1. It's going to stay negative. Minus 2, which gives me -3. And then number 33, what is x if we're using the f function? So you have -3x plus 4 equals 22. Oops, that should be 4, not a 44, excuse me. Subtract 4 from both sides. Divide by 3. And then number 35, when h is x is -27. Ooh, ask about this one in class. I think you'll get some better motivation from your teacher.